of America Stadium in Charlotte, North Carolina. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Teddy Bridgewater and the Carolina Panthers taking on Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is in uptown Charlotte, North Carolina at Bank of America Stadium. Just a moment ago, the lights, the cameras, the action, all the pyrotechnics, everything was ablaze, everything was allowed here in Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go from uptown Charlotte. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. Now here comes Teddy Bridgewater, first-round pick back in 2014 as he looks to command this Panther offense.
What an audition last year for Teddy Bridgewater in New Orleans. Not one that he expected to have happen with the injury to Drew Brees, but he stepped into the breach, and the Saints went 5-0 in his starts, and he showed the rest of the league he was ready to be a starting quarterback again. Now he gets his opportunity with a brand-new head coach, a brand-new organization in Carolina.
First down, Bridgewater. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Catch there by DJ Moore is really starting to come into his own, and he's one of that pack of receivers in the NFL now that looks like running backs and plays like that as well when they catch the football. Last year, nearly 1,200 yards receiving, 78 yards per game, and that ranked in the top 10 in the league. Expect those numbers to continue to grow.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And some room to work. He's got the lane, and there he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 57 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Earlier in the week when they had their scouting report meeting, this was the explosiveness that they talked about trying to contain. They were concerned about it all week, yet he still did it to them. Wonder how that's going to carry over the rest of the game.
Now the try here for the point after. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. Joey slide out, a kickoff after the touchdown. Taken in the end zone. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Here come the Falcons, and at the helm, their starting quarterback since the day he was drafted back in 2008, their all-time leading passer, Matt Ryan.
And I'll bet he's talking to his guys about resisting the temptation to try and turn this into an up-and-down game, almost like basketball, where both teams press, and one team gets an advantage, our team's trying to run with them, and they're just not equipped for it. Doesn't matter whether you're equipped or not, just settle in, get calm before you go for the big strikes.
Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
At the 25-yard line.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Ryan. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Ryan. And that is incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On 4th down, the Falcons trot out the rookie punter from Syracuse, Sterling Hoffrichter. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. Just a net of 31 here, 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. The Carolina Panthers, one of the surprise teams really in the NFL. They began 0-2. They were facing the prospect of playing a big stretch of games without their all-pro running back Christian McCaffrey. But now they've run off 3 wins in a row, beating the Chargers and Cardinals. And then in Week 5 in Atlanta, they get the victory over the winless Falcons. And Coach Matt Rule emphasized a team victory, Charles, saying after the game that the NFL is perceived as a game of superstars, but really it's not.
I like what he's saying, and that's part of the college coming out in him, right? You know, what he brought with him from Baylor and before that Temple, but he was an NFL guy before. I think what he's really trying to say, Brandon, is that yes, it's perceived as a game of superstars, but it's not. Well, it actually is a game of superstars, but can you mold them into a team? And that's what Matt Rule's doing quite well in Carolina. I know people saw this team folding tent, but they're right in the thick of things right now with 3 wins in a row. Chicago at home, that's going to be a fun one to watch to see them match up against the Bears defense. At New Orleans in the division, and then face the Falcons again October 29th, a Thursday night at home.
Bridgewater on 1st down. Got his man, Robbie Anderson. Not much there, only a yard.
Complete to Robbie Anderson. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Falcons' 41-yard line.
Now we're at the 41, 2nd and 9.
45. Mike, 45. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Bridgewater to throw it. And his throw here's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and that'll make it 3rd down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. And again, it's Bridgewater. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
For the Panther field goal, a 54-yard attempt.
And his kick is good. And the lead moves to 10-zip.
Makes the score Panthers 10, Falcons nothing.
These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. But for the Atlanta Falcons, that first victory of the year continues to elude them. They fell to 0-5 with a loss against Carolina at home in Week 5. The first time they've been 0-5 since '97. And after the game, the big story, Charles, they do some house cleaning, letting go of head coach Dan Quinn and also their general manager, Thomas Dimitroff. So Quinn had been there since 2015. We know he took him to the Super Bowl, a game that they should have won. But now Raheem Morris steps in as interim head coach.
Well, he has experience. He was a head coach with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Actually had a 10-win season there before losing his job. And he's coached both sides of the ball. You know, normally known as a defensive guy. That's where he made his bones. But he coached offense for a while in Atlanta as well. Actually coached Julio Jones in the receiver. So he has experience all the way through. But he was supposed to fix the Atlanta defense this year, and they've had their struggles. Remember, they had beaten Carolina 8 of 9 times before this last ball game, and they allowed 30 or more points at all 4 games coming in. He'll do a nice job with the team. They're going to like him. Is he auditioning for the job? Of course he is. But I think it would take a lot for him to make that leap and become the head coach of the Falcons. Maybe somewhere else in the league, he might be able to impress some people. But here's what the Falcons have coming up after this 0-5 start, Brandon. At Minnesota, home for Detroit. Get another shot at the Panthers October 29th, Thursday night, on the road in Carolina.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Oh, it's intercepted. He was trying to get it to Ridley. Dante Jackson picks it. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. First carry for Mike Davis, the former Seahawk. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with Davis. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A gain of 13. It's a 1st down. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
A first down carry for Davis. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Second and 7 from the 20. Here's Davis now. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now third down coming up.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
Five men in the secondary now for the Falcons on third down. From the gun, Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
And for the second time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. He hit his first, this one from 40 yards out. And his kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0.
Makes the score Panthers 13, Falcons nothing.
So 2 first-quarter field goal attempts for him, and he's converted on both.
I like the positive right there. 2 for 2, got the points on the board. The negative side is they didn't score touchdowns. And, of course, going forward in this game, that's going to be the aim, and hopefully he'll be kicking extra points instead.
After the made field goal, here's Slide to kick this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Matt Ryan and the offense heading back onto the field. He'll look to shake off the interception on the opening drive. He should at least be comforted that it resulted in 3, not 6.
And if I were him, I would be the guy all the way out on the field greeting my defense now, saying thanks a lot. You held them to a field goal after I turned it over. That's a big defensive stand for them. He needs to go out now and make up for what he did on the first drive.
Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
56.
And right away, he'll look to throw. A very quick pass to Ridley.
Ryan's pass.
And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Brings up
So finally completes his first pass. Credit the defense, though. They've been showing him some different looks, keeping him off balance.
Yeah, I like it. I like the observation that you had there, because when you give him different looks and give any quarterback different looks, it takes just a little bit longer to process sometimes, and you don't throw the ball with the same confidence. You're not sure that that's where you should go with the football, and that's worked for the defense early in this game, and now he's got his first completion. Let's see if his confidence comes back, and he starts to get into a nice little groove.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. It's a gain of 7, and it'll give him a fresh set of downs.
There's a run there by Todd Gurley, and we all know he's looking to rebound from the least productive season of his career. And I think Atlanta presents him a great opportunity to do just that. They'll use him really well running it as well as catching it out of the backfield.
first down. That's caught over the middle by Hurst. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
56.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
He's taken down.
But no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Check 26, check 26.
From the shotgun, Ryan. It's complete. This is Todd Gurley. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
And there's a catch by Todd Gurley, and that has to remind us that's exactly what we've seen in him throughout his career when he's at his best. He can run it. He can catch it. He led the league in total yards from scrimmage in 2017 with nearly 3,000. Todd Gurley, when he's on point, is quite a weapon for the Atlanta Falcons.
And he will find Ridley. That's complete. It's another 10 yards on that one and another first down.
10 yards on the
I know I'm one of those that overuses certain terms, and this one, explosive, is what we use for a lot of receivers, but that's Calvin Ridley. Nice catch there, and not only is he explosive, he's been very productive. Since being drafted in 2018, one of the top touchdown rates in the league as a wide receiver.
And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 9 yards on the play there, and it'll set them up 1st and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Only a yard on the pickup there. 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches, you say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Three yards to go on 2nd down, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. Jumbo set. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Short of the goal line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
A big play forthcoming. Here's 3rd and goal. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Punching it in from a yard away. And the Falcons draw a bit closer.
But they decided to run it in and got it done on 3rd and goal. A lot of times, that's a passing play.
And the kicker just has to come out for the PAT. He can breathe a sigh of relief as well, right?
Although I don't know if he's really breathing a sigh of relief. I think he likes to put 3 points on his ledger.
No going for 2. They'll kick the point after. And that'll make it 13-7.
His kick is
So the drive goes 75 yards, 10 plays. And it's finished off by a Todd Gurley touchdown run. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. On the return, it's Pharaoh Cooper. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Pharaoh Cooper on the return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had the field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's end zone, and that's what you're thinking, and I believe that's exactly what they're thinking as they begin this one.
Yeah, no quarterback ever goes out there saying, hey, let's get 3, right?
Not one that I've ever met.
Bridgewater and the Panthers going to come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he'll be pulled down, and now a late flag will come with it. And that's in the area of a face mask, I think. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they're marching off another 15 against your squad.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report, but business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. It's another first down as this time they get an even 20.
1st and 10.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius, understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball, and puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. He'll get this to McCaffrey out of the backfield. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. His throw caught right around the 6. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That's good for a Carolina first. Bridgewater to Moore.
The 7-yard line.
To the air again with Bridgewater. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And the lead is now 13.
The kick is good.
The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. slide now to kick off after the touchdown. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Todd Gurley heading back out along with the rest of the Atlanta offense.
He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that what you try and do is expand how you get the ball to him a little bit. Get him out in open space, maybe swing the ball to him. What's that they used to call it in the West Coast offense, the long handoff? Yeah. Serve as your running play that way, as well as continue to feed him the football. Some of these runs now may pop bigger later in the game because of the effects of running it. Sometimes people, after a while, they don't want to tackle him anymore, or they get tired, or they get out of position, or he runs through tackles. Continue to feed him the ball. He's having that kind of game.
Yeah, might they get him the ball in some space in some different ways here?
Well, switching gears for a second. Look, Charles, we know it's part of the game, but injuries, again, a big story in Week 5. Most notably, of course, Dak Prescott. Pretty severe ankle injury that's going to keep him out the remainder of the season. And that's really just the latest in what has been a tough year already. Gosh, you could probably build an all-pro team, Charles, with some of the guys who have gone down.
Yeah, an all-pro team, and at worst, a Pro Bowl team, because you're talking about names like Saquon Barkley with the New York Giants, Cortland Sutton with Denver, Marlon Mack, Indianapolis, Nick Bosa, San Francisco, all of them injuries that have them lost for the year. Michael Thomas got hurt in the season opener with New Orleans. We haven't seen him since. Nick Chubb with Cleveland on IR. Christian McCaffrey with Carolina. They've all missed significant time, so it's been a tough year for injuries. Some teams are playing around them better than others, and we'll see how it goes the rest of the year, but we wish all these guys who are hurt a speedy recovery.
The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Todd Gurley.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Second down and 3. Ryan will throw again. And he's got him. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 34-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
First down, Falcons.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to an abbreviated version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw a strong first half from our quarterback. His guys have the lead as we'll hand it back over to our commentators, Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
At their own 26-yard line.
Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here.
That'll bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their own 26. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. This one caught by Ridley. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down. On 1st down, Ryan. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
Out of bounds at the 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. From the gun, Ryan. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
An 8-yard pickup.
Brandon, a lot of times you'll see running backs rotate in and out of the game, whether it's a completed pass, a good run, it doesn't matter. Here, not only does he stay in, but they go right back to him, and he makes another nice play. Back-to-back catches.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Falcons.
Good route, good pickup for 1st down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
Now a draw play for Gurley. And they'll get him down right about the 20. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's brought down.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. A yard in the wrong direction. Makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. It's caught. Jones. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
Catch there by Julio Jones, and let's face it, we're almost running out of ways to say he's great. So let's put it into this context. Third among active players in receiving yards, starting 2020, just 852 yards behind tight end Jason Witten.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Ryan. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
Second and 10 now, third quarter from Charlotte. Operating from the gun, Ryan. That's complete, right around the 8. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Throwing again, Ryan. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to fourth down.
It's fourth down.
So it's been a long drive. They've held the ball for quite a while. Now what do you do here?
Well, to me, at this stage, after this drive, this close to the goal line, 3 points would be a letdown. I'm going for it here.
And we'll see Younghoe Koo now for the Falcons. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that cuts into the deficit. It's now 20-10.
20. Falcons 10.
So a decent drive there to start the third quarter. They only salvaged 3 out of it, but they inch a bit closer.
Yeah, but still lots of time to go in this one. That's why you hear that clapping on the sidelines, right? Hey, got some points. As you said, inching their way back in. Time left to go out and get that victory.
Koo just hit the field goal. Now he kicks off. Cooper on the return. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
Pharaoh Cooper on the return. The Panthers take over first and 10.
The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And Charles, you'd have to think this is where you want to start taking some time off the clock.
Oh, definitely, because you got the lead, right? You take a good look up there and you say, okay, what do we need to do here? Well, you're not in full-out protect mode. You want to make sure you run it, throw it safe, take some time off, and eat it up.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers up here, first and 10 at their own 24. Not taking your advice, they'll throw first play. Dancing to his left. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. Now Bridgewater. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 16 yards. A little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16.
10 at the 44-yard line.
They won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. To throw, Bridgewater. His throw incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Here's Bridgewater. Into the hands of his receiver, Anderson. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Second down pass play got them 8 yards. Now they've got a 3rd and a couple remaining. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. A tale of two extremes. First carry, he went for a bundle. His second goes backward.
And how many times have we seen that happen? Because you get that big carry, and you come back and you're all fired up, and sometimes you force a run a little bit, right? Trying to break off that big carry again, and instead it works opposite.
The offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll run for it with Davis. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons defense stands tall. They'll get the football back. And I am not sure, partner, there what the mindset was to go for it. I don't know.
And some teams just feel that possession is the key to everything. They just want to have the football in their hands. No matter how it goes to the other team, they just don't trust doing that. So they say, listen, go for it and try and finish it ourselves.
Atlanta prepped and ready for its next possession. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. Now this one into the hands of the tight end, Hayden Hurst. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. This pass into the hands of the running back, Todd Gurley.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48.
He's brought down by
They needed a yard. They got it. First down.
of 1 yard.
Now, yes, a two-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on second and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a two-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
They'll throw on first down with Ryan. He completes this to Russell Gage. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
First down.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 24. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Intended target on that one, Russell Gage. And it's 3rd and short.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss it? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Now it's Gurley. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first.
Todd
It's a first down following a gain of 3.
He's brought down.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Here's Ryan. This will be caught just inside the 10. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
Julio Jones, the lone receiver left. Todd Gurley standing by his lonesome in the backfield here, 2nd and goal. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like,
yeah,
you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. It's up and good, and the lead's now down to 3 at 20-17. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And the end result, an Atlanta touchdown. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
Panthers take over 1st and 10.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And this game not quite over yet. And we'll likely see them take all 3 timeouts defensively, so they can't just kneel this one out. They're going to have to try to run a few plays.
You're exactly right. They've got to get a first down and make them use up all their timeouts in order to feel like they have this one in hand.
Here's Davis. He'll try and run some clock. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And the ball on the 30. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Davis. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And flags come in as he gets forward for about 3 yards. Now let's check on the call.
Can't do that.
So on the big tight end, holding.
Each and every year, we talk about very few tight ends coming into the league that are polished blockers or asked to do it a lot in college. So it's a constant struggle and a constant fight to learn how to do it without holding.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. After the penalty, it's Davis. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach, he's in big trouble.
They'll run it again here with Davis. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th.
Loss of 2 yards.
Well, they certainly didn't appear to be fired up about their options throwing the football. So, to me, this seems like a case of just kind of taking their medicine there, run the ball, see if they could pick up something. Instead, they were throwing for a loss.
Here's the Panthers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And control of the football switching hands here with very little time remaining in this contest. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking two plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary, but you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. One last shot for Ryan. He's going to let it fly. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the fourth.
Man, you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
And his kick is indeed good. And in the fourth quarter, this game is tied. And we have free football overtime. Here we go, my friend.
And the way this game played out, this is exactly how it should end, going to overtime, because neither one got an advantage today.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
First and 10.
The Carolina offense about ready to go. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
The ball carrier.
Short gain there to start overtime.
Almost a tester play, wasn't it? Wanted to see if the guys on defense were going to fit the gaps the correct way, because we're in overtime. So it's not just physical tiredness out there, right? Mentally, are you still doing what you're supposed to do? And they were up to the task on that play.
And certainly fatigue on both sides of the football. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Dante Fowler Jr.'s career has had some real twists and turns since being a first-round pick with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Remember, he hurt his knee and didn't even get to play his rookie season, and has finally found his way in the league. Last year in Los Angeles with the Rams, had a career-high 11.5 sacks. That's why Atlanta got him in the offseason. They needed to boost their pass rush, and he's the guy to get it done.
Coming up on a 3rd and 9. Opening drive of overtime as they look to convert. From the gun, Bridgewater. He'll get this underneath to McCaffrey. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
Here's the Panthers punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Atlanta now coming out on the field. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Yeah, part 1 is done, now part 2. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at about the 32. He gives to Gurley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Well, CD, a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Gurley again here on 1st down. And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
The tackle made.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Ryan able to get this to Gurley. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
A gain of 27.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage, got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. From the shotgun, Ryan. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Ryan. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Now Gurley. And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11. And now we'll get a stoppage here. There appears to be an injured Falcon on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Now Ryan. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
That's one of the dangers of the quick game. If you only have a 2- or 3-step drop, if you don't get the ball to someone open right away, those defenders are right near the line of scrimmage and then get on top of you in a heartbeat.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the gun, Ryan to the end zone, but it's incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on 3rd down, they said, forget about the sticks. We want 6. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. The Panthers are going to take another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming.
A 28-yard attempt.
And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Falcons are out to a 3-0 advantage.
In overtime.
So we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance out field goals from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last chance to put a foot to it.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Charlotte, good night, everybody.